Guess what, guys? Today, we're going thrifting.
Mountain Man.
Treasures.
Welcome into the channel, guys. My name is Troy. I'm a part-time reseller based out of Montana. I work at a radio station during the early morning hours into the afternoon, and then after that, it's time to go into thrift stores and find garage sales, stuff like that. And for today's video, we did just that. I went into a Goodwill. Now, this has already been hit by plenty of other resellers in town, probably a couple times during this day because it's relatively late in the afternoon. But I thought, you know what? We're going to go in there. We're going to see what we can find. I didn't get a whole lot of video. They don't love video cameras in there. So sort of discreetly picked up some video on my phone, not a ton. But you can see some of the stuff I got. And then when that's done, we'll talk about it. Mark sent me a text about this game. Said he left it for me. We'll check it out. Okay, so I popped open the box. You know, they'll tape it shut, but you're going to buy it, you can open it up. The problem is, like, out of the other side, these fell out as I set it on the ground. So it is concerning that, you know, these pieces could have easily popped out at any point. The good thing is the sell-through on this is really nice. It's no batteries needed, so we're not going to have corrosion inside. Looks pretty cool. A lot of them that are selling at about 50 bucks, and they're selling incomplete at 50 bucks. So I can sell mine even if it is complete, or I can part it out to complete those people's sets. So I think it's a good pickup. All right, you guys, check this guy out. Little shelf sitter. Hangs over the edge, right? I always like to look at gnomes. And this guy is Helena from West Germany. So you know it's pretty old with West Germany on there. Helena, highly collectible name. We're gonna pick this guy up and then we'll do some comps later and see what he's worth. But he's certainly worth picking up. Okay, a couple of things that we've picked up here. Seattle Seahawks. This is Pets First. This is like a dog jersey, so we're gonna pick that one up for sure. People love putting clothes on their dogs. This guy is a youth medium, and it's a number 12 fan jersey, so it wouldn't sell as much as it would if it was in adult size, but I think this will still be 20 bucks, something like that. And we did get some hats. Set our guy here so he doesn't break. Show you this one. Top Gun. This is I think probably vintage military, made in Korea. There you go. So I think this could be a $20-25 pickup. And then Vortex Nation, I'm taking a shot on. That's a, there you go. Vortex Nation. Vortex is an archery company, and I've done well with Vortex stuff in the past, so this could be a $15 hat there. So not a huge load of stuff, right? I did not fill the car, but I found some good resellable stuff there at Goodwill late in the afternoon, stuff that other people had missed. Now, the coolest thing, I think, is that little garden gnome. Now, at first I thought he was a shelf sitter. It turns out, after I looked at him a little bit, there are some holes there in the swing and in his hands. Used to be a string in there. Did a little bit of research and figured out it was like a red and white braided, I guess it would have been like a rope, really, a very small, thin rope. That way he could hang off of something and swing, right? But the way it's built, it actually does sit and hang off of a shelf now. So I'm sure that's how somebody was using it. That is a very desirable brand, Helena. It is a German brand. You saw on the bottom, it was West Germany. They started in the late 1800s. August Helena is the guy's name. They are pretty much credited for inventing the German garden gnome. Like, he's the guy. And so while not all of them are super high dollar, there are people that collect those. There are actually, I looked today as I'm recording this, I typed in Heisner, West Germany. That's all I typed in as my search on eBay. And there were 35 listed, including mine, and there are 50 sold over the last 90 days. So you can see it's better than 100% sell-through rate. Those things sell very, very well, often for $15, $20, $30 if you can find them. Most of them are plastic. They started making those gnomes, those little plastic gnomes, in about the 60s or so. You'll find them from like the 60s and 70s are when a lot of those are from. It's probably when mine is from. There are also older versions. They're made out of, it's terracotta. Very fragile. You know, they're obviously pretty rare because to survive that long is a little bit rare. But if you do look at the solds, you sort from highest to lowest. You can see there was a terracotta that sold for, I think it was $199.99. And then somebody, even the plastic ones though, they found a lot of 7 of them, and they sold for, I jotted it down, $168.50. There were 23 bids. There were a lot of people going after these things. So if you see Heisner, it's not always super high dollar. I priced mine a little bit high because there are none like this out there, and there have only been a few over the last little bit. So it's worth pricing high. And look at maybe taking an offer. I already have a couple watchers on it, so I expect that will sell at some point. I'll probably take an offer on it, but we'll see. But if you see garden gnomes out there, garden gnomes in general, actually I've done okay with, as long as they're older. But Heisner, look for that brand on the bottom. Now, I do want to show you a couple other things here real quick, but first, we got to go and look at who is going to win the color form. I told you we were going to do that in today's video. We gave away the fleece blanket. Fern won that, and Fern got a hold of me, and so I've got her address, and I'm shipping that off to her. But now we've got to give away the Jurassic World. Is it Jurassic World? Jurassic Park. It's Jurassic World color form. Let's go see who won. All right, again, I've entered the URL. We're filtering duplicate users. Replies to comments are going to be included, and we're excluding Mountain Man Treasure. So let's go ahead and get the comments off this latest video. 107 comments. And so then coming down here, start the raffle. And Emilio Moran won. Great learning video. So Emilio, you win yourself some color forms. So get in touch with me. All you got to do is get a hold of me on Instagram or on email. The information is down below in order to do either one of those. And like Fern, you will get that in the mail. Now, if you don't get a hold of me within the next week, I will have to give that away again. And somebody else is going to get a shot to get a color form in their life. So thank you so much. We're going to continue to give stuff away throughout this road to 10K. We're up almost to 9,400 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe down below. I mean, you're here watching anyway. We're going to show you a couple other things because I did go back to Goodwill the next day. I picked up 2 more things. One of them, just basic. I picked up a mug. I do like picking up mugs now and again, and this is cool. It's a Krispy Kreme, and it's embossed. It's raised there, and then you can see it's not even straight up and down. It's just a cool look. And there are several of these out there. This is not particularly rare, but I think it's cool, and it's very, very clean. So I did pick this up for 99 cents. We got out, by the way, for the other stuff for 13 bucks, so not bad. Pick this up for 99 cents, and it'll sell for 10, 12 bucks plus shipping, something like that. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to set it back here so I don't knock it over. And then the other thing that we picked up is this little gal. Now, she's got porcelain face, porcelain hands, and little porcelain feet. And clearly this is vintage, right? Like the little flower print jumper. And I don't know if we can see here. Her hair kind of gets in the way. Let me see that. On the back, it's My Twin with 2 N's. This one's from 97. I think they were just generally in the mid-90s. These sell pretty well, guys. If you look up My Twin on eBay, the sell-through rate really, really high. And some of them sell for quite a lot. We listed her, I can't remember, I'll put it up here. Listed her a little high. There are none that look just like her out there, and it's pretty cool. I mean, I'll get her close, get ready. If you're creeped out by dolls, you know, skip ahead 12 seconds because I am going to. But look, she's got like eyelashes. They wash out in the light there, but she's really kind of cool. The face is pretty detailed and looks cool. So these sell very, very well. It's like a beanbag body inside of here. The ones you want to look out for, though, are 20, I think it's 23 inches is the size on those. They sell, some of them, for more than $100. I mean, they sell for really high dollar. So keep an eye out. This one is only 13 inches, but it still ought to sell for a pretty good amount. So those are 2 pickups from there. I should mention that board game, and Mark texted me actually as I was on my way over to Goodwill and said, hey, this board game's here. I'm leaving it for you. It comes very well. That thing sells at like $50 incomplete, and there's multiple solds like that. I think there's a very slim chance that it's all there. There's just so many, looks like little pieces, and it wasn't sealed extremely well. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be missing pieces. If it's not, it sells for like $130. My thinking, though, is with so many selling incomplete, there are people that find them incomplete and might be interested in buying the parts and pieces. So I might be parting that thing out. We'll see. I'll look at how close to complete it is, see if I can sell it. And if not, maybe it's a Commonwealth pick or part it out situation here. We'll see. But I think for $1.99, you can't go wrong. And before we give away our next item, I did get multiple questions over the last little bit of, do you test? And it was either your VHS tapes or your DVDs that you sell. And a lot of people are saying, you know, I pick up the new ones, but I'm not sure about picking up the stuff that's been opened because I don't want to sit and go through the hassle of testing them all. Well, you know what? Neither do I. Does it pass the eye test, right? I'll look at the back and make sure, generally, even if it's only lightly scratched, I will at least put that in the listing and say, hey, this has some light surface scratches on it. You can tell if it's light scuffing or if it looks like it's been slid across the kitchen floor or put under the table to keep it balanced. You know, you can tell how scratched up something is and use your judgment call. If you are questioning, there are any kind of questions about it, don't list it. I mean, that's my suggestion. I generally only sell stuff that is very, very clean, and then I'll put a lot of times in the title, minty clean. That way people know that they're getting something that's really nice. So no, I don't test stuff. It has to pass the eye test. It has to be very clean. And I will offer a complete refund if something doesn't work. I've never had a VHS tape come back with a problem. And I've only one time had a DVD that they said was a problem, and it came back and it was perfectly fine. So, you know, because that one was a higher dollar, and so I had them send it back. Usually, if it's like a $10 thing, and they say, hey, and I knew it had some scratches on it, and they say it doesn't work, I'll just refund them. You know, it's fine. I'm not going to mess with it. But yeah, that's my answer. I don't test them. If they're at all questionable, like VHS tape or something, I have a little TV back here. I will test those and make sure that they play and everything. So VHS tapes, not all the time, but I will test those if they're anywhere, if they look like they're not in great condition. Now, I did pick up a JFJ Easy Pro. I have not unpacked it yet. It's sitting right there. It's still in the box. That is going to be a winter project for me. Right next to that box, I've got now, it's probably a 2-foot tall tower of games and movies. Those I'm going to clean during the winter. So I'll show you when I set that thing up. Definitely an investment, but if it cleans those off and I can then sell them and I get those for cheaper at garage sales because I say, hey, look, this is all scratched up, then it's going to pay itself off pretty quickly. So there's your answer. Now, time to give something away. We're giving something away as we work our way towards 10,000 subscribers. Some of the stuff is stuff that, like Fern, she can either keep that Snoopy blanket or she could resell it, probably. The color forms, probably the same. This one, not really resellable, I wouldn't think. I mean, you could certainly try. I've not comped this, but earlier this summer, very early this summer, I picked up an entire childhood collection of Star Wars stuff, so original line stuff. This was in with that stuff, and this is the Star Wars storybook, full color photos in there. Pretty cool, and there is some shelfware. You know, this is from the late 70s. He did write his name in here. That's the only thing I can see, you know, in terms of writing. He took very, very good care of his stuff, but you can see, I mean, there's characters, stuff like that. And then it's the Cliff's Notes of Star Wars. You know, it tells the story, and there's all the pictures in there. Well, it's kind of hard to flip this way, isn't it? So, pretty cool. And, you know, if you've never seen Star Wars, this might be, you know, this is your way to see Star Wars. There's some people that have watched the channel, I know, that said, I've never actually seen Star Wars. I think I mean, I love it. I've watched it a lot. I think it's probably worth watching just to get some information, to understand the references, to know the characters, stuff like that, for reselling. So you understand, it's research purposes, right? Have it on in the background while you list stuff. You know, it's streaming on Disney. But this is a cool book, and it tells the story, and it's got pictures all throughout. And so again, not really resellery, but something that if you have a Star Wars collection, or you just enjoy pop culture, that sort of thing, might be cool to set on a shelf. Or actually, I really love the image on the back. This would be cool. Like, some people get records just to put them in a frame. I think this would look cool in a frame, to be honest with you. So that's what we're putting up, is the vintage Star Wars storybook. If that's something that would interest you, if that's something you want, we are giving it away, and all you have to do is comment down below. You don't have to say anything in particular. You just have to comment. And I appreciate all the folks that have been doing that lately. It's really cool to see folks on there. And that does help me, honestly. That helps me with the algorithm. The YouTube sees that, hey, people are engaged in this, and so they will recommend that to other people. And that does help us push closer to 10,000. And so I appreciate you doing that. It's incredible. I'm hoping to get to 10,000 by Thanksgiving. I think we can get there by Thanksgiving. So that would be really, really neat. Actually, my birthday is right at that same time. So it'd be a birthday present. Do it for me. Do it for Mountain Man's birthday. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, down below, you might as well. You're watching. You've made it to the end of the video, right? Go ahead and subscribe. And in the meantime, we'll see you next time.